Hey everybody, I wanted to talk to you about my meeting last week, which is Realtor Day at the Legislature. This is a meeting where realtors are able to hear from our local and state government officials on topics related to our economy and the housing market, because the two are definitely intertwined. Um, you know, in terms of our economy, it's looking at things like the job market, our pandemic impact and outlook, and then in the housing market, the highlight was really affordability. What's causing affordability issues and what's being done to address it. But let's a couple of takeaways. Let's start with the economy. Governor Cox, he talked about the pandemic. He said that Utah is one of the top states to weather through the pandemic and one of the strongest states coming out of the pandemic. Cases appear to be declining, and between manufacturers of the vaccine, Pfizer and Moderna, we will have enough vaccines to have every adult in Utah that wants a vaccine vaccinated, around the April timeframe. So things are looking really well in terms of the pandemic and how we're navigating it. But despite the pandemic, our economy has remained open and operational, and we've done so in a safe and responsible way, and hence our unemployment is down to 3.6%, which is another leading statistic across the country. A lot of other economies have been totally shut down and crippled by this. So as we look at the remainder of 2021, things look to be on a continued upward trend here in Utah and our economy. Now, as we talk about affordability of homes, Utah is ranked number one in economic and population growth, which has really led to a high demand of housing, a shortage of supply, and increased prices is kind of the formula. Supply is really behind about 27,000 new construction homes per year, and we need about 55,000 homes right now just to provide adequate housing for people that need it. So, what is the solution here? And there are a couple areas of more immediate impact that came out of the meeting that I felt worthwhile to share, that'll address the shortage as well as the affordability concerns. And one is streamlining the permitting costs for developers to be able to increase production. This will really allow for more affordable housing options because there will be more homes available, number one, and a less costly and restrictive process to be able to build them. And the second one is the use of ADUs. So homeowners can use an accessory dwelling unit, ADU, or a mother-in-law. ADUs are cost-effective in their construction. They provide additional income for first-time home buyers because you can rent out the basement and offset your mortgage. They create flexibility for families to support older family members, to give them a place to live. Fourth, it's an increased housing without the use of additional land or infrastructure. And the fifth is that rent is close to 60% less than market value, or 60% of market value in terms of rent. So renters can rent a mother-in-law apartment or an ADU less than where they could rent at a normal place, and thus being able to save more money because less of their income is going to pay for their housing. So they will be able to afford to be able to purchase a home sooner. So there are a lot of benefits for ADUs. This bill is really designed to allow people to use their home in a more efficient and productive way. Right now, this is all being controlled at the city, and because cities want to control zoning, and this falls under zoning to be able to get these permits for homeowners to use ADUs. So this bill is designed to take away those limitations and allow people to be able to utilize their home in a more efficient and effective way, and not be so restrictive. So those are some of the items being done and being put into place, and bills that are being submitted to be approved and passed through our legislature. So hopefully this information is helpful. If you have any questions or concerns about our housing market or economy or things that I've shared in this video, please feel free to reach out. I would love to help and answer any questions that you have. And until then, we'll talk to you soon. Take care.